What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Heavy Stealing Hot Rods. I'm on CRPNZ. I'm wearing Gearhead, and today it's Monday morning, guys. And right now, my beautiful wife's getting the kiddos ready to go to school, and I gotta go pick up Mr. Michael Martinez because he's actually gonna drop off his little boy at school today, his first day of school. So congratulations to him. Hopefully he has a good day. Hopefully my babies have a good day as well. God bless them. And we will be starting this day off to go ahead and complete the Long John Silvers out there in Harlingen, Texas. And I have Andrew Jackson, the Presidente, with his crew out there in Corpus Christi at the Dillon's American Auto Body Center. They're gonna be going over there and doing the welding inspection, and then they're gonna go to Bates Building and actually load up a whole bunch of stuff because that little subcontracting crew that we hired out there to finish up all the little punch list things actually finished already. So it's time to get today started, guys. Let's go. Okay, so the first thing I had to do today was just stop off at Walmart, get some waters. I totally forgot to get some ice, but I'll get some right now on the way out there. But I'm gonna got myself some breakfast. This is gonna be the breakfast for today, guys. Carne seca, the flavor limon. It's like not very strong, the flavor. Vaquero bandido. So the cowboy bandit, I guess it's called in English. Traditional Mexicana, dried crispy beef jerky. No artificial ingredients, no added sugars, and it's 17 grams of protein. So that's not bad. 17 grams of protein for this. So I actually like munching on this pretty good. This is actually the only one I can find for less than $5. It's like $4.87 or $4.89 or something like that here at Walmart. But it's the only Walmart in Donna that actually sells this one for that cheap. Everything else, it's always like $8, $9. So pretty much a good steal to come over here and grab a couple of these every couple of days and get a little snack and get a high protein snack and a high protein breakfast. So that's all I'll munch on today. Let's get the day started. It's very crispy. Okay, some good carne seca. I'm not a real big fan of all chamoy and hot Cheeto powder and Takis powder all over the carne seca. I'm more just like a plain Jane kind of guy. But either way, you got some protein in. Right now we're gonna go get some fuel for this truck. Get on to the job site, guys. Let's go. We're back out here at the Long John Silvers in Harlingen, Texas. We had to make a couple stops. We'll get some grinders, a grinding blade, a new lead. I almost forgot about this, grabbing this. Luckily, Michael did not forget. We're gonna need to get some of these cane bolt anchors ground down a little bit. Get the hammer drill out, hammer drill the ground out for those. But first and foremost, we're gonna get these hung up first. We got the steel right there, the laminate right there. Get these hung up, get them welded out. Hopefully by midday or so, we can get it all 100% done. Get the little miscellaneous stuff knocked out of the way. Let's get today started, guys. Let's go. What you see me and Michael doing here is we have 4 2x4s. A 2x4 actually measures 1.5 inch width. So what we did is we stacked 4 of them to get an accumulation of 6 inches. As for our plans, it's calling for an elevation off finished floor 6 inches for our dumpster gate. So we're gonna use this kind of like a staging area. Once we have our dumpster gate put on top of there, I have Michael holding the level and the plumb, make sure that the gate is plumb up against our column. Once he does that, I'm gonna be looking at the reveal between the column and the actual dumpster gate itself to make sure that it's más o menos the same reveal constantly. It's gonna be a little bit off because the plumb is off, but we're gonna make it work. Then I go ahead and I put my butterfly hinges. I put the top, bottom on first, and then I go ahead and put the middle. Remember, I'm not gonna weld it out full 100% right now. Until we put all the decking, we're gonna do that so it doesn't sag. All right, everybody, so we got the first frame up right now. Didn't take too long. Just kind of rinse and repeat, plug and play, whatever you want to call it. There's the first hinge. Hinge number 2. Hinge number 3. Like I said, this middle hinge right here in the field is a little bit smaller. It's a 1/2 inch smaller than the rest. Not a big deal. We're gonna move on to decking. Let's go. All right, everybody, this has to be simple enough. We're installing some pan decking right here, some V-deck. What we're doing basically is I already had Rodco cut these down to 7'6", and I know that my frame is measured to 7'7" inside to inside. So We got plenty of space. All we got to do is put it flush up against the side. I'm going to tack the bottoms all first, the tops all second, and then work that vertical section down third. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the next side. It just so happens that on the next side, it actually ends up being a little bit too long. So what we ended up having to do is, once I got it all welded down and I got it all nice and tacked and put all nice and real firm together, I went ahead and hot rodded it. So basically I turned my machine up all that I could and I put it to 140, and then I went ahead and just used the 1/8 rod 6011 and burned through that access sheet metal that I had there. With that, I just went ahead and burned, and I left a nice straight cut. It takes a little bit longer than if you cut with a torch, but it's a little bit faster than if you cut with a grinder, so I don't really mind doing it. Heavy Steel and Hot Rods, and here's a hot rod piece of sheet metal. All right, everybody, so as you guys just seen me right now, a little bit ago we took a break right now, but I went ahead and hot rodded that all the way down. Now I can go ahead and weld it a little bit better. I don't really know how the hell I'm gonna weld that, but I'll figure it out right now. But at least the bottom can get welded real nice. That's the piece that came out of there. So then we have one more frame and one more set of decking to go up, and then I'll weld all the hinges on the outside. We're gonna do the same thing that we did on Saturday. We're gonna put the jack in the middle of these two, check the level, and go a little bit beyond level. That way when I weld them all out, that we can make sure it's all nice and it stays inside like the tolerance zone. You know what I mean? We're not sagging too much. So we'll do that here shortly in a minute. But for right now, let's get back to welding. All right, got the gear on now. It's time to go ahead and get some welding done. Michael's about to turn on the welding machine. We're gonna tack the top and the bottom of this one at least. I'm not sure how the side's gonna go. If I gotta get some like transition flashing later on, I will. But for right now, let's go ahead and get it all tacked up and ready to go. That way we can get the next section up. And hopefully that won't take us more than about 2 hours or so. That we can get out of here by about 3:30 or so. Let's get it done. So I wanna ask you guys a question. Like, in all honesty, I'm the one filming this stuff. I'm editing it down. I do a lot of the graphic designing. You know what I mean? It's pretty much a one-man show behind the scenes with all this type of things, and I don't really know how to edit all that well. I'm learning as I go. Do you guys like the welding sounds in the background, or do you guys prefer the music? Let me know. All right, so the decking's done so far. Now we got this next frame right here that we're gonna go ahead and get into position over there where Michael's at. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get the level out. Just repeat the process one more time. And then once I do this, I'm gonna jack up the middle over there and then get it just a little bit out of level. That way when we release it, we can have that nice opening. At least we gotta match this one, which is like a tolerance of like 1/8 to a 1/2 inch, which is not ideal. But like I said, they really don't care too much about it. It's just a dumpster gate, so I'm not gonna stress it out too much either. So we're gonna go ahead and move this over there, get it installed. Let's get ready to go. Action! Story time real quick. So when I first started recording videos for YouTube, I was actually doing like home remodels and little carports and things of that nature. Anything I could get my hands on to get my company going and get some notoriety, right? But I was also recording myself as I did it in little snippets, just in case, God forbid, anything happened to me. I want to leave something to show my kids, or if I ever actually made it and reached retirement, I'd be able to look back on where I came from and where it all started. So eventually I met some people that were in the content creating side of stuff, and they were actually successful in it, and they kind of talked me into it, said that there was potential in this type of space. So I really took it on. So that's where we are right now, Heavy Steel and Hot Rods. So I just want to say thank you for everybody, because you know, at first I did not think I was going to have this type of show. I didn't think I was going to run a YouTube channel, but it's been very fun doing it, and we're Heavy Steel and Hot Rods, you know, and we're going to keep on doing what we do. Appreciate you guys so much. Okay, everybody, so the frame is up now. That's the first one. There's number 2. There's number 3. As you can see, we got it up. We do got a little bit of a tolerance defect, but that's gonna come out of this not being so plumb, like I had mentioned earlier. But right now we're gonna get ready to start doing this decking on this side. Now you can see that reveal a little bit better from the inside. We're gonna go ahead and put the decking in there, slap it all together, and then I'm gonna weld out everything and then drop her loose. Going good, going good. All right, well, I just got all of the galvanized decking done. So as y'all can see, it's puddle welded. There you go. It was not able to get any welds inside of there because it's so stiff and it's so high on the decking, but it covers pretty good. Right now, I'm gonna get on the other side. I'm gonna go ahead and start welding the hinges down, get them all thrown, all the passes on the hinges. Then I'll cut this jack loose and we'll see how it looks. Let's go. Now that I do have this channel and I do run a YouTube show, a big aspiration and goal of mine is not only to have this show and get as many views and sell merch whenever we do have that, but I want to show people what ironworking, steel erecting, fabricating, and certified welding can bring for them and their family, and how it can change your life. It's done everything for me. So I always see that there's this big fight and a war between union and non-union, and I'm not really a part of that. I don't really subscribe to that fact. You know, I think we're all brothers of the hook, and I think everybody should really appreciate each other for that fact and what we can do for our families. But that's neither here nor there. A big thing of mine is just try to give back to my industry, guys. Well, okay, so my GoPro died again, but got the truck turned on, got it all cooled down, got the GoPro all charged up again, and ta-da, the reveal. Looks nice, right? This is Michael's first time doing this type of work right here. First time not doing steel. He's obviously done steel erection with us, but first time doing something like dumpster gates. So it's a process you get to learn. We obviously didn't have the right size bit for these cane bolt anchors, but I made it work. You know, they're stable now, they ain't going nowhere. If it was up to me, we would have done a different type of frame. We probably would have done like a rectangle tubing or something, because these are just a little bit too they're a little pliable, they're a little wango at the top, but at the end of the day, they're fucking dumpster gates. They're gonna serve their purpose. They're gonna hide the dumpsters. You know what I mean? People won't see the trash. It does not call for a man gate on the prints, so I guess they're just gonna have an opening here, whatever. Don't really mean much to me, but there you guys go. I'm gonna stand back real quick so y'all can see it. There it is. In all its glory, some dumpster gates. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this job site out. He's already got all the tools picked up pretty much, right? Everything? Got everything picked up already, so we're pretty much ready to get out of here, guys. Mr. Presidente Andrew Jackson's actually getting like the stuff recycled over there in Corpus. He's getting some stuff thrown away. He got the tire on the trailer and all that good stuff. But I heard that he actually had some damages at one of his job sites, Dylan. So I got to find out what damages they are, because they contacted me telling me, hey, you guys caused some damages. I don't know what those are, so what extent the damages are, but I'll find out here pretty soon. But other than that, this is the last bit of work we got out here at the Long John Silver's, guys, out here in Harlingen, Texas. So I really appreciate everybody for going ahead and following this little process. It was a couple days we were out here delivering the stuff, getting it all figured out, how we're gonna do it, which hinges we were gonna use, and all that good type of shit. But thank you, Michael, for going in and helping me out here. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Other than that, y'all stay blessed up, stay grateful, stay safe. Don't look back unless you count yesterday's money, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.